Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So most of my videos are either reaction videos or maybe some prediction videos, but I do also do ranking videos, ranking my favourite songs from national finals, and hopefully at the end my ranking of all the entries of the year, hopefully. So far I've done Ireland, Eurosong, and I've done my top three for Esti Lowell, Estonia, and I will be doing very soon UMK, Finland. That'll be interesting. And I'll do probably a top five for Norway's Melody Grand Prix as well. But with the national finals that have got a lot of songs, I don't do like a full ranking for them. I don't rank like 20 songs. I normally just do a top five or a top three. But what I'm going to do now is my top five for Benidorm Fest for Spain. And I've had plenty of time to come up with a top five because it feels like these songs have been out for ages. Like, well, they have, before Christmas. So it does feel like a long time. So I've had plenty of time to think of my favourites. I already know what my favourite is, that hasn't changed, but my other favourites too. Because a lot of stuff has happened since we first heard those Benidorm Fest entries. A lot of other national finals from other countries have been going on since then. I've kind of not forgotten about Benidorm Fest, but maybe kind of put it to one side for a bit. But I'm sure when the live shows start, the excitement will come back, definitely. And the final is on the 4th of February, not the 11th, luckily, like everything else seems to be. There's two semi-finals before that, though. So, yeah, I think there'll be a lot of excitement over the live shows, because I think the live shows are going to be really important. Because when you think about last year, Chanel and Slow Mo, nobody really... There wasn't a lot of hype over Slow Mo at first. It was when we saw Chanel perform live for the first time. That was when we realised. So I think, yeah, a lot of this will come down to the live shows, which is why I think it's good to kind of remember that I'm doing this ranking before the live shows, because a lot of things could change. So let's just tell you my top five. So my number five is Rocky Ripper with Traction. That sounded French. It's not French, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Rocky Ripper is in my top five. This is very interesting. Nothing else like it in the national final. Kind of like Luna Key, but it's like even more energetic than that, but it's kind of like on the similar wavelength. It reminds me of Luna Key in a way. But I'm very intrigued to find out how this will be performed live. This will be really interesting to see how they pull it off live. My favourite part about this is the bit where she's not quite rapping. It's like almost rapping, like fast singing, and it flows really well, I think. I think it's the second verse after the first chorus. I think that's what I like. So yeah, it's in a league of its own, it stands out. I don't think it's winning Benidorm Fest. I'm not really expecting it to win, but I really am looking forward to seeing how it's performed, whether it will fall apart maybe and be a complete chaotic mess, or chaos but in a good way, hopefully. So my fourth place might seem a bit random. I'm not sure how popular this is, but it's Twin Melody, Sayonara. Yeah, I know it might sound random, I mean, there's nothing groundbreaking about it, but it's on my playlist. I enjoy listening to it. It's pleasant to listen to, catchy. I can imagine walking down the streets of Barcelona. Yeah, I mean, you could say it's, basic, but it's one of the ones that stuck with me in my head, so it's in my top 5. My number 3 is La Lola. This is another one that stood out to me from the beginning. It's definitely very World Cup football anthem. That was the first thing I thought of straight away. Makes me think of Allez Ola Ole from France 2010. Very that. So yeah, I'm definitely getting this football celebration anthem. Actually, I do Zumba. I go to Zumba on the weekend, and this is like the type of thing that we would dance to in Zumba. That's just a random thought I have. But yeah, it's really fun. Another one that I'm looking forward to seeing live, actually. I wonder if it could be a bit of an underdog, maybe. Maybe it's been a little bit underrated. Well, I like it. I think it's fun. So my second favourite is Agone. Agone? I still don't really know, actually. Let me know if you know the actual pronunciation, please. Yeah, Quiero Arder, I Want to Burn. This is definitely one of the favourites going in, you know, before the live shows. Definitely one to watch. Very intrigued to see it live, because I think there's a lot that could go wrong. It sounds like it's quite hard to sing. There's a lot of like vocal changes. But so it could look a little bit messy, maybe, but if you can pull it off, then that's going to be very impressive. And it would make me think even more that it is still a favourite to win. Definitely one of the favourites anyway. I've seen people compare it to Maruv from Ukraine 2019, and yeah, I do kind of get that comparison. Kind of gives me a bit of an Adam Lambert vibe as well, with his voice and those high notes. He's obviously very talented, and if it does go well with the live performance, then yeah, I can see it being a contender to win Benidorm Fest, and I can picture it on the Eurovision stage. Yeah, why not? So there we go then. My winner, my favourite from Benidorm Fest this year, is not a shock. It hasn't changed. It's still Arcadia or Arcadia by Megara. This has been my winner right from the start. My mind has not changed at all. It's still my favourite, and I'm still really enjoying listening to it. I just think it'd be so good for Spain to sing something different like this, but unfortunately, I don't think it will win. I don't trust the Spanish public to vote for it, or the juries even, so I'm not expecting it to win, but I love it. And I can actually picture it. It's the type of thing that I think belongs on a big stage, and definitely a Eurovision stage. Definitely, you can just see the potential, you can hear the potential for a very powerful live performance. The chorus is so catchy. It's just the whole thing. It's just a good rock song. I love it. Like I said, I'm not expecting it to win Benidorm Fest, although it should be in the final, definitely. But if I could vote for it, then I would. I just think it would be just a really good option, completely different for Spain, and I think it would be good for Eurovision. I can just picture it on that stage in Liverpool. I think it's got such good potential for staging just a really energetic performance. It just hits you hard. But even people who don't like rock might like this. Maybe it's more like accessible rock. I've seen people compare it to Hatari or Hatari from Iceland 2019. I do kind of get that. The introduction of the song does sound like that. So if people love that, then why not Megara? I love it. So there we go, those are my 5 favourites from Benidorm Fest 2023. Lots of really upbeat songs in that. They are all upbeat. There's no ballads in my top 5. You know, usually in a national final there would be a ballad somewhere, but it's just worked out that a lot of the upbeat, high energy ones have spoken to me the most this time. I think the one for my favourites that's most likely to win is probably Agony. But yeah, like I said, you know, this is before the live shows, so the live performances could change things, and I think they will be really important. So looking forward to watching these shows live. Well, actually, maybe not live, because Spanish TV is on late. So I don't know if I'll be able to watch the whole thing, but I will definitely try and watch the final on 4th of February. Can't wait for that. I might even give a live reaction to the results. So I did that last year. I always like doing that, so I'll try and do that again. But yeah, let me know what you think of my top 5. Do you agree with any of them? Do you have any of the same ones in your top 5, or something completely different maybe? Let me know. And as a final prediction, just for fun, tell me who you think will win Benidorm Fest. I think this is actually hard to predict. Not like other national finals where there's like a clear winner. This one is different. There's like a few options, and it's really hard to judge now without seeing the live performances, so things really could change, you know, in these live shows, definitely. So I don't even want to make a prediction yet. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Maybe Agony, hopefully Megara, but I don't think that's happening. But anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Leave your comments below. I will be giving my ranking for Melody Grand Prix Norway and UMK as well. I'm really looking forward to that. So I shall see you very soon for more reaction videos, ranking videos, everything. Can't wait. See you then. Bye. Adios.